That's why I wanted to ask you about um, if your music travels through any uh, social justice issues that you really have strongly feelings about. I want to know if you have any. What is the feeling that you have this what the issues for the social justice today, and if you want your music people to know through your music about that problem, if any, what would it be?
I mean, so when it comes to social justice, for example, the song "Mr. Politician."
Right.
Um,
I saw that out there.
yeah, that song basically, if you listen to it, it it talks about how some politicians now, like whenever we do the song live, we talk about. I personally talk about the how the song is dedicated to all the politicians in South Sudan.
Mm.
But if you listen to me, South Sudanese politicians. It's all right.
Are we still in the air?
Yeah, we're still there, but it's
Well, you know what, you know what, but I would go further. Now I'm not speaking on behalf of the band. I'm speaking as Brian Broder. That song I can dedicate to all the politicians around the world, because sometimes not all politicians, but most politicians, I find that they don't really care about the people, and it's unfortunate. That includes here in Canada. Not all politicians, like you guys. You know what? I feel like holding back, but no.
it is important to talk about this.
You know what? Yeah.
The music, especially too.
Yeah.
You will be heard.
Yeah,
No.
you know what? Yeah, politicians. This is what happens. They make decisions in the higher offices, the decisions that affect the people, but we don't really have a voice to to talk to them, to let them know that to be a part of those decisions that are going to affect us down here. And I have met with a lot of politicians here in Canada, and it's sad to see that. And I've noticed this, that most of them will give you 30 minutes out of their time in the day to listen to a whole lot of issues that's happening in the black community, for example. And you can't tell me that I'm going to tell you all that in 30 minutes and something is going to be done about it. So, and again, not all politicians, but yeah, I think something's got to change.
It's heavy.
Something's got to change. That's all. That's all I can see.
Yeah.
But especially politicians in South Sudan, you know, in the Congo, politicians in Uganda, Nigeria, Russia, Canada, everywhere, Israel, Palestine, they all, it's like they all read the same books. It's the people that suffer at the end of the day, you know.
Always.
Now a lot of people are going to say that, well, Canada is different and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know, we don't have wars here, but, you know, it's just a matter of time, you know. The U.S., same thing. It's just a matter of time. It's just going to take one crazy politician to make a crazy decision that's going to affect the people in a negative way.
Yeah.
You know, even though a lot of politicians try to make decisions that kind of help the citizens. I mean, yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Because do you think it's because the way things are dealt here in outside America, Canada, do you think it's the same effort that people are putting in, in Africa, for example, South Sudan, if, per se, to help and make a change in those issues? Do you think there's enough effort from the people?
From the people in South Sudan,
Right. Or most African countries are facing wars, and because at some point people, it looks like people are just accepting it.
Yeah.
So, and what could be done in order to just get the messages out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that people just accept what's going on because the people find themselves helpless.
Right.
You know, because for example, the governments have the resources to do what they do. The people don't. The governments have the police, like for example, in a lot of places in Africa, the government uses the police to torture people and keep them under control, and there's no you know, if the government is doing something wrong, you can't stand up and protest. So the government has the police and the army to basically suppress these people and their voices, but the people have nothing. All that the people have is their voices. And so I don't think people just accept what's going on. Sometimes shutting up is the last result, and it's going to lead to those people living longer. Otherwise, if they talk, they might disappear tomorrow, or they might.
Yeah.
You know, it's unfortunate.
And that's what's just very beautiful, because the power of music. That's main thing, we have to communicate, through music. And it's very, very amazing how you're able to put that messages through the music of my Villa band and just spreading it out there.